I the only one who has a possessed For You page right now? Like, I'm not a hater or anything, but all my For You page is, it's corn! A big lump with nuts! Like, shut up! Shut up! Like, it was funny at first, but now it's just annoying. And if it's not the It's Corn song, it's Chrissy, wake up! No! No. No, please.
I haven't been to the toilet in 4 days and it was starting to worry me, so I went to the doctor's. I arrived and the doctor felt my stomach and said it was very hard. He wanted me to take a stool sample, which means you have to shit in the cup. I had coffee for breakfast, so I was pretty much ready to go. I grabbed the cup and went to the toilet and held it up to my ass and started pushing. I didn't realize how badly coffee affected me, and the next thing you know, a strong gust of diarrhea started blasting out of my ass and I felt like a rocket ready for takeoff. I grabbed onto the door for balance because I started levitating and the cup was already full, but I couldn't stop. I was holding onto the door for dear life and the shit was spitting out like a shotgun. I eventually stopped and looked at the glass cup of my shit and there were cracks all over the glass. I heard the desk lady shouting for everyone to get under the chair and to call the police. I got scared thinking what is going on outside, so I quickly cleaned myself up and rushed out of the bathroom to see everyone crying and hiding under the chairs because they thought there was an active shooter in the building. I said it was just my shit and everyone got up. Anyways, I have bowel cancer.
So you know when you're playing Roblox with your friends and they're like, oh, what game do you want to play? And you're like, oh, I don't mind, you pick. And they're like, oh no, I picked last night, you picked tonight. So you just pick a random game. Let's use Murder Mystery, for example. And you're like, oh, let's play Murder Mystery. And then your friend's like, I don't like that game. Well, don't tell me to pick the game then. If you don't like the game that I want to play, don't ask me to pick the game in the first place if you're not gonna play the game I want to play. So then you suggest another game, like, oh, let's play Royal High. I don't like Royal High. No. If you want me to pick the game, you gotta be happy with the things that I tell you. You gotta be happy with the game that I pick. Because if you're just gonna say no to all the games that I pick, what's the point in asking me to pick? Chloe, I know you're probably gonna see this, and I know you're listening to this. I will come for you and I will find you. Is it just me, like when you're scrolling through TikTok, you could be on any video, and then automatically TikTok like scrolls down like a bajillion videos? Like, I'm sorry honey, but I'm not finished with the one I was just watching. And you've just scrolled down like 10 videos. So then you have to scroll up again to watch the videos that TikTok just told you, no, you don't get to watch these. Does that happen to anyone else? Because I've asked my friends about it and they said that it doesn't happen to them. What is it about me, TikTok, huh? Why can't I watch videos? Huh?
I do not understand in the slightest how I can literally be falling asleep, right? I cannot keep my eyes open. But then when I actually get into bed and I want to go to sleep, I can't. I'm all of a sudden not tired. It's like I swear my days are backwards because I don't know how this works. It will take me like 3 hours to properly go to sleep, even though 10 minutes ago I was so tired. Sometimes it might just be the middle of the night and I will just still be laying there thinking about random things. Like how? Who remembers in primary school it would be home time and all the parents are standing outside waiting for the teacher to let you go? And then suddenly a very, very serious crime happens in the classroom. Your teacher has discovered that there is one glue stick without a lid on it. She would say, excuse me everyone, where is the missing glue stick lid? You are not leaving until somebody finds it. Everyone is on their hands and knees, desperate to find the stupid piece of plastic. Like love. It's only a piece of plastic. Nobody wants to steal it. No one wants to sell it. It's worthless.
I'm pretty sure my parents have very selective hearing. I would be there minding my own business, doing my own thing, right? And then I would hear my mom screaming my names from the bottom of the stairs. So I would go like, what? Really loudly. And so many times, but she literally wouldn't be able to hear me. Then I would have to go down and my mom would just be there asking, oh, what are you doing? But when it's like 2 a.m. in the morning and I'm calling my friends, whispering, barely making a sound, basically just breathing, she would already be storming to my bedroom, half asleep, yelling at me to shut up. How does this work? I find it so annoying when you go to your friend's house and they say their room is like super messy and dirty and they're like, just ignore the mess. Sorry, I forgot to clean my room. So, you know, you're expecting like an unmade bed and a few clothes on the floor. Wrong! You go inside their room, and it's literally spotless. No clothes on the floor, no shoes, no socks, nothing. Like, huh? What is dirty here? If that's messy, I would advise you to not come into my room ever. If that's messy, mine is a literal zoo and junkyard. I just don't understand why teachers have to act like such bloody Karens whenever we want to go to the bathroom. Like, it's just a regular day at school. You're working hard. Well, yeah, kinda, yeah. And then you have this sudden urge to pee. You ask the teacher, and then they're like, no, you're not wasting my lesson time on you going to the toilet. You should have gone at lunch. Yeah, hun. No. You see, let me teach you how the human body works. I didn't need to go at lunch. My food has to digest first. Yeah, I don't digest it straight away. Also, sometimes you get that slightest bit lucky, and then they're like, okay, just wait for Vanessa to get out. We don't want you two girls talking. No. Hun, let me get this thing straight. I don't like Vanessa. I don't think anyone likes Vanessa. So, we're not going to exactly have a full-on conversation in the toilets. Like, what do you think it is, a mother's meeting? Make it make sense!
This is a message from my mum, so if you're not her, please keep scrolling. I'm kidding. I know you're probably not gonna scroll, but oh well. Hi, Mum. How's it going? How's it hanging? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. You know the other day when you told me that I was addicted to my phone and that, oh, you need to get out more and stop going on TikTok so much. You're gonna get addicted. Well, don't think I don't see you with your Facebook and your Instagram, seeing what Sheila and Jim have been doing over the weekend. Don't think I don't see that. You know, when you come over to me and saying like, oh, look at Sheila's little child. I don't care about Sheila's little child. But it's the same thing as me checking up on my favourite TikTokers. You haven't even seen Sheila in like 20 years. Okay, bye.
I can't be the only one where if you go over to a friend's house and you are starving, absolutely starving, but you're too scared to ask for some food because, you know, you feel like rude if you just say, oh, can I just help myself to your fridge and your snacks? But then the mum comes up and asks if you want any food. You're too shy to say yes or no, so you are praying that your friend makes the answer for you and makes the answer yes. But then she says, no, we're not hungry. Excuse me, Vanessa? When did I say I wasn't hungry? Excuse me, Vanessa.
My mom told me and my siblings that she had saved up enough money to buy her dream car. We were like, yes, queen, period. Anyways, after she picked up her new whip, she took us and we got some yummy McDonald's. My phone was on Bluetooth and we were blasting music and having a full-on karaoke session and all that fun shit, but of course I had to fucking spill my Coke, but my mom said it's no big deal, but I expected a whooping. The next day while she was cleaning her car, we had to go outside because we had a cleaner. I was learning the new WAP dance and didn't realize my phone was still on Bluetooth. So this is what my mom heard.
Now from the top, make it drop, that's some wet, that's some wet. Now get a bucket and a mop, that's some wet, that's some wet. I'm talking wop.
My siblings were laughing like, bitch, fucking shut up. My mom asked what WAP means and I had to go with the classic, and told her it meant waffles and pancakes, smirking face. The next day she went shopping with my stepdad. Me and my siblings woke up with waffles and pancakes and had a note that said, had to go to the shops, hope y'all enjoy the WAP. So when I was in 4th grade, slime was really popular. It was so popular to the point everyone was making it and people would trade their slimes all the time. I was one of those people. I also did YouTube videos and some of the kids from my school would watch them. I basically did slime tutorials and I would sell my slimes for 50 cents. One time I got a comment from this girl named Augusty Musty. She commented on my video saying how she wanted to buy the slime I made. I said yes, of course. The next day at recess we both met behind the basketball courts. I brought the slime she asked for and told her that it would cost 50 cents. This bitch said she only brought a quarter. She kept demanding me to give her the slime for a quarter, so I had enough. I slapped that hoe in the head with the slime and the slime got stuck in her hair. I started putting more slime in her hair. Then when it was all in there I yanked the slime out. I swear I ripped so much hair out of her head that she looked like an egg. Her hair came out in clumps and it looked like she had lice and fleas. I pulled her hair so hard it made her shart. She pulled the most clumpy, Donald Trumpy, very lumpy, made her grumpy, Humpty Dumpty, smelled like a dumpy, made roads bumpy, made me thinky, it smelled stinky, made the boys winky, marker inky, wanna linky, I ran far, hit her with the car, went to the bar, twinkle twinkle little star, gave her scars, smoked cigars, sounded like a jaguar, went to Mars, shit I have ever seen. She went to the hospital and she turned out to have bowel cancer.
Oh my gosh, it is so annoying when you're in class, let's just say you're in a French lesson or something, but your teacher asks everyone a question, like who knows the answer to this, blah, 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 like they normally do. So you don't put your hand up because you don't know the answer. And they're like, no, Samantha, I've already picked you. Sorry, I know you already know the answer, Erin. You look around and there's like you and 3 other people that don't have their hands up. And then Sheila goes ahead and picks you. She's like, go on, you can tell me the answer. I haven't heard from you today. Maybe that's because I don't know any of these questions you're asking me. It's like, I swear sometimes they just get paid to annoy you. Also, another thing is that it's super embarrassing. You'll just look at them and be like, I don't know, sorry, like in a really, really quiet voice, and everyone will just stare at you. It's like if I knew the answer, I would put my hand up.
We all have that one kid in our class who always has to be right, or you're just lucky enough to get into a good class. Say, if they get something wrong, they'll go like, oh, I was gonna say that. Were you, Billy? Were you? Or, if someone else gets the answer right, they go, yeah, I was going to say that as well. Were you? Now, mate, were you? Oh my god, and we can't forget the teacher's pet. So, say if it was reading time and some kids were talking, we'll go, shh, 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 shh. Boy, you ain't the teacher! Let the teacher do its job!
Time when I was eating a taco with beans in it, my stomach started to grumble bumble. I tried running to the bathroom but I didn't make it in time. I pulled the most sticky icky, came out quickie, please don't licky, azalea iggy, Minaj Nicky, don't tell Vicky, look it up on wiki, it was very sloppy, very floppy, like a grasshoppy, it wouldn't stoppy, give me a moppy, it was very clumpy, extraordinarily bumby, Humpty Dumpty, Donald Trumpy, made me jumpy, made me grumpy, extremely slimy, made me climby, not so limey, smelled real bad, according to dad, I need a pad, don't tell Chad, made me sad, totally rad, biggest shit I've ever had, not so glad, help me please, made me freeze, gave me fleas, air Febreze, a chew sneeze, ABCs, made me wheeze, it was fast, like a ghast, it long lasted, I need an asshole cast, came out full blast, on the forecast, I was harassed, vigorously smelly, welly deli belly, smelled like New Delhi, looked like a pork belly, Rixie Skelly, don't tell Ellie shit I've ever done, turns out I have bowel cancer.
Oh my god, guys.
What?
We should do a face reveal.
Yes, is.
Okay, sounds good.
A no.
Yeah, no.
For against a we win, we are doing it.
Okay, me first. I'm 16 and this is me.
Hot.
Nicey.
Marry me.
Leah.
It was just a joke.
Okay, me next. I'm 15 and this is me.
Stunning.
Beautiful.
Cool.
Gorgeous.
Thanks.
Okay, me next.
Handsome.
Nice.
Cool, bro. Average.
Cool.
Thanks, IG.
Okay, me now.
Wait, Sam, you forgot your age.
Oh yeah, I'm 16.
Cool, okay, me. I'm 16 and this is me.
I'm Debbie and this is my story. One day I was in my English class watching a movie about Shakespeare. I had beans and coffee before school, the most deadliest combination. It wasn't even that long before my stomach started rumbling when I got into class. The movie was really loud and I sat at the back of the class, so I thought it would be my perfect chance to let out the most bubbly fart so no one could hear it over the sound of the movie. As soon as I was about to do it, my teacher paused the movie to explain a scene, and that's when I let out the most soggy doggy, butchered froggy, shit comes out loggy, made the room foggy, so loud you would think it was the 4th of July. I swear to God, one kid sitting next to the window opened the blinds because he thought he heard a thunderstorm outside. I dropped my books on the floor in hope of a save, thinking that people would have thought the sound was my books dropping, but that's when the creamy lumps fell out of my pants onto the floor. I ran out crying to the bathroom and called my mom, and she took me home and got me new clothes. I had to go back to school the next day and everyone was laughing at me and was calling me Diarrhea Debbie. One time I was sitting in church and I had to fart. I knew it would be dangerous considering I have a supernatural asshole. I felt it coming and the next thing you know the building starts vibrating and the sprinklers got set off. The roof was starting to cave in and I knew it was coming. All the windows were shattering and the ground was wobbling. I did the most chunky, monkey, funky, stunky, bed bunky, tree trunky, gunky, skunky, sloppy, ploppy, moppy, gloppy, mushy, tushy, ooshy gooshy, sushi fart so powerful I needed to get stitches. The walls started to crack and everyone was screaming while hiding under their chairs praying because they thought God was coming down. The danger alarm went off and everyone was calling their family saying they loved them. The roof finally caved in, causing more destruction, and my whole splitting fart finally stopped. Everyone got out from under the chairs and looked around. There was rubble everywhere and even the brick walls was cracked. They were wondering where God is and I had to act concerned with them. Anyways, my fart made it on the news and was titled as California's most deadliest earthquake. Little did they know it was my ripper ass.
Who remembers in primary school it would be home time and all the parents are standing outside waiting for the teacher to let you go? And then suddenly a very, very serious crime happens in the classroom. Your teacher has discovered that there is one glue stick without a lid on it. She would say, excuse me everyone, where is the missing glue stick lid? You are not leaving until somebody finds it. Everyone is on their hands and knees, desperate to find the stupid piece of plastic. Like love. It's only a piece of plastic. Nobody wants to steal it. No one wants to sell it. It's worthless.
I'm 16 and this is me.
So pretty.
You're alright.
Stunning.
Cool.
I am pretty.
Wow, thanks.
Okay, Leah, your turn.
Okay, fine, but please don't judge me. I'm insecure.
Gorgeous girl.
So cute.
Hot babe. Nice.
Cool.
Oh really? Thanks guys. Okay babe, your turn.
Okay, fine.
That's my boyfriend.
Cool.
Nice man.
Cool bro.
Pretty.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, we are all done, IG.
Kenzie, I need to talk to you.
Okay. So what did you want to talk about?
One day I was getting ready for school because it was picture day. I had just got new makeup from Easter. I put my foundation on and I thought I looked cute even though the foundation shade made me look sunburnt and the eyeshadow was dark orange. Not a good look. I also wore this ugly musty dress. It was green on the top and the sleeves had brown ruffles. I thought I looked so cool so I went to school. I am still mad at my parents for sending me to school and that. Everyone stared at me while I walked into class, even my teacher. She was telling us to go down to get our pictures taken by our last names and I went in the beginning since my last name starts with C. I went down and then my stomach started to hurt. I ate McDonald's for breakfast because my parents were too lazy to make breakfast. I honestly started to pray to Whitney Houston that I wouldn't shart. I held my hands to my ass and walked to the photo booth. My stomach started to rumble, grumble, bumble, trumble, numbler, mumble, zumble, lumble. I tried act natural so I removed my hands from my ass and got ready to take my picture. While I was standing there I did the most soggy doggy, sounded froggy, came out cloggy, looked loggy, made the room foggy, very soggy. I pulled a Nessa Barrett. It made the school building shake so much to the point people thought there was a level 5 tornado. I shat so much that it covered the camera right when they took the photo. When they realized it was my ass and not a tornado, I was immediately rushed to the emergency room and they diagnosed me with the one and only bowel cancer.
I just don't understand why teachers have to act like such bloody Karens whenever we want to go to the bathroom. Like, it's just a regular day at school. You're working hard. Well, yeah, kinda, yeah. And then you have the sudden urge to pee. You ask the teacher, and then they're like, no, you're not wasting my lesson time on you going to the toilet. You should have gone at lunch. Yeah, hun. No. You see, let me teach you how the human body works. I didn't need to go at lunch. My food has to digest first. Yeah, I don't digest it straight away. Also, sometimes you get that slightest bit lucky, and then they're like, okay, just wait for Vanessa to get out. We don't want you two girls talking. No. Hun, let me get this thing straight. I don't like Vanessa. I don't think anyone likes Vanessa. So, we're not going to exactly have a full-on conversation in the toilets. Like, what do you think it is, a mother's meeting? Make it make sense.
Part 2 on how my password got leaked onto Roblox. As I was investigating the noobs, I noticed they were typing something that I didn't feel comfortable about. They kept on typing my password. Not as in typing like they say it once and then they move on. They typed it like 5 or 6, maybe even more times. As they were typing it, people in the chat were going question mark, question mark. They were on a different level, so I couldn't really see them saying it, but I saw it in the chat. So I kind of felt uncomfortable. I just thought maybe they were talking about something else. It doesn't have to be my password. So I just kept on finishing the obby. Then I made it to this other point, maybe like 5 stages later. I saw the 3 exact same noobs, and they were just sitting by each other like a line. I was wondering, do they have admin to this game or something? But now that I think of it, they were hackers, so of course they did. As they were sitting down, they were leaking my password again. But as they were leaking my password, it came with a little more surprise.
I have a story. One day in 5th grade we were on a field trip. On the bus I was sitting next to this weird girl named Patty McBerry. For some fucking reason Patty was so excited about the trip. We were going to a fucking museum. What the actual fuck, who likes museums? They are so fucking boring. Anyways, halfway through the trip Patty McBerry started coughing viciously. She had a seizure due to overexcitement. She was shaking from happiness for the rest of the ride. When we got there Patty McBerry ran out of that bus faster than coronavirus spreads. She fainted because she was so excited. The tour guide had to hold on to Patty while he showed us around because she was too hyper. Out of nowhere, Patty McBerry broke free and ran right to the live animal section. She went to the gorilla's enclosure and smushed her face against the cage wall. Then out of nowhere she starts climbing up the fucking wall. Patty McBerry jumped into the enclosure and tackled the gorilla out of excitement. The gorilla ate Patty and she died.
I will never, and I mean never, forget the time that we had a male sub in high school and a girl asked to go to the restroom and he said sure. So she grabbed something and he heard a wrapper and he was like, oh, if you're gonna eat candy, you can do it in here, but you have to share with everyone in the class. And she was like, what? And he was like, well, I heard the wrapper. And she whips out a tampon, shoves it in his face, and she goes, you want to share? Oh, girl, savage.
One time me and my friend Sean were having a talkies mukbang in history. Then our wrinkly ass substitute teacher told us we weren't allowed to eat. Like bitch, you're the sub, how the fuck you gonna tell us the classroom rules when this ain't even your class? Anyways, we put the talkies away and a few minutes later I wasn't feeling so good and I asked to go to the bathroom. Mr. Rahman said wait until Justin comes back. Like motherfucker, Justin ain't gonna come back, that bean takes forever in the bathroom. So I sat back down and held it in. A few minutes later Justin came back and I sprinted and took the pass. Then it was too late. I farted and oh my god, it smelled so bad the entire class passed out. I ran into the hall to get to the bathroom and shit was pouring out of my ass like a garden hose. Then the school went on lockdown but I said fuck it and went to the bathroom to clean up my shit. While I was in the bathroom the police came into the spot in the hall where I shitted. Turns out my shit was so loud they thought there was a shooter in the school and I got admitted into talkies rehab.
Is it just me, like when you're scrolling through TikTok You could be on any video, and then automatically TikTok, like, scrolls down, like, a bajillion videos. Like, I'm sorry, honey, but I'm not finished with the one I was just watching. And you've just scrolled down, like, 10 videos. So then you have to scroll up again to watch the videos that TikTok just told you, no, you don't get to watch these. Does that happen to anyone else? Because I've asked my friends about it, and they said that it doesn't happen to them. What is it about me, TikTok, huh? Why can't I watch videos? Huh?
So when I was in year 7, every like Wednesday, I think it was, we used to do an activity, and one of the activities was just dance, or there was like a puzzle, or like reading. But no one ever wanted to do reading, so we always like voted for just dance. And me and my friends like were in the back, like we had to make like a bicycle or something, or was it like a horse? I don't even remember. So yeah, and I was always this guy, because I don't really know why, I was just always this guy. And then I remember my friend was like sitting on top of me, well, not sitting on top of you, you know what I mean, and then she fell, and I felt like I broke my neck. I probably didn't, but it really hurt. And we always won, because we were just the best, you know, the best.
So y'all remember how PE teachers used to make you run the mile in elementary school? Well boy, do I have a fucking story for you. So I was out on the field running my second lap and my stomach started hurting because my fucking mom decided to buy McDonald's for breakfast. So I asked the teacher if I could go to the bathroom, and that bitch-ass Trump gorilla looking motherfucker said no, so I just kept running and prayed to Michael Jackson that it would go away. So I'm on my third lap and I have to fart. And on God I pulled an Essa Barrett. So much shit came out that I could literally make a 4-course meal with it. And a chocolate fountain for dessert. I was about to fucking cry. Obviously I wasn't gonna tell my teacher that I shit myself, so I just said I felt like I was gonna throw up. So I go to the clinic literally holding my hands on my ass so nobody would see my shit. When I get to the clinic, the nurse tells me to sit down, but in my head I'm like, bitch, if I sit down your chair is gonna look like the chocolate river from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So I just lean on the wall until my mom comes to pick me up. When I stand up off the wall to go to the bathroom, my shit is smeared on the wall and the nurse looks at it and she's like, what the fuck? Was that you? And I was like, ew, hell no, and I run to the bathroom and my whole ass had shit on it, and when my mom picked me up I started crying because she asked what smelled like dog shit and she thought she stepped in something and I had to tell her it was my ass.
I do not understand in the slightest how I can literally be falling asleep, right? I cannot keep my eyes open. But then when I actually get into bed and I want to go to sleep, I can't. I'm all of a sudden not tired. It's like I swear my days are backwards because I don't know how this works. It will take me like 3 hours to properly go to sleep, even though 10 minutes ago I was so tired. Sometimes it might just be the middle of the night and I will just still be laying there thinking about random things. Like how?
I feel glorious. Katie, can you clean my room? Why would I do that? Mum says you have to. Yeah. Mum! What is it? Well, basically, Lucy said if I could clean our room. Is that true? Lucy Edwards! Oh my... Mum! Mum's right there, you know. Well, she just hit me! My poor eardrums. Shut up, Katie! Girls! Katie Edwards! Yeah? I'm pretty sure my parents have very selective hearing. I would be there minding my own business, doing my own thing, right? And then I would hear my mom screaming my names from the bottom of the stairs. So I would go like, what? Really loudly. And so many times, but she literally wouldn't be able to hear me. Then I would have to go down and my mom would just be there asking, oh, what are you doing? But when it's like 2 a.m. in the morning and I'm calling my friends, whispering, barely making a sound, basically just breathing, she would already be storming to my bedroom, half asleep, yelling at me to shut up. How does this work?
It was Halloween one year and we were handing out candy to the little undeserving bastard shits that knocked on our door. This one fat ginger bitch knocked on the door and of course she chose the biggest candy bar in the bucket and she said she wants another one. I said, listen here you tubby orange bitch, you get one fucking candy bar, you don't look like you need another one. She grabbed another candy bar from the bucket and started laughing at me and I said to her, if you weren't in a costume I would think you were the grand pumpkin, you giant orange bitch. She took her shoe off and threw it at my face, and that's when I lunged at her and tackled her off the balcony. I started pulling at her orange haystack hair and she started screaming for her dad. Her dad dragged me off the little ginger bitch and he yelled at me saying, who the hell beats up a 7-year-old? I said, me you old twat, and I took her entire bucket of candy and walked inside. The cops came over and I started fake crying saying she attacked me first and I was defending myself, and my dog was agreeing and defending me. The police went to the tubby ginger thot's house and shot it up. That's what you get for messing with me, you expanded Ed Sheeran looking bitch.
One time I was in class when the teacher announced the new wolf girl. Her name was Kathy Coatfur.
She sat next to me and started licking her paw while sniffing her hoodie vigorously. Our teacher named Miss Armstead walked in and announced that we are going camping in the woods, and Kathy Coat first started howling out the window. We got on the bus and Kathy sat next to me and started sniffing my hoodie while drooling on my arm. Then she sat on the bus floor and started scratching behind her ear with her foot. We arrived at the forest and she ran out on all fours with her tongue out. We were setting up our tents and Kathy Coat ran into the woods on all fours. I told Miss Armstead that Kathy ran deep into the woods, and she started to make tribal maneuvers. It was getting dark and Miss Armstead started to get worried, so she set out a search party, and that's when we looked up and noticed it was a full moon. The quiet kid whispered, "Oh fuck," and that's when we heard an unsettling noise. The search party ran into the direction of the howling, and that's when we saw Kathy Coat naked on all fours while 4 wolves were circling her. I think she was in heat. The camp ranger tried to take Kathy back to the campsite, and she started growling and saying she's trying to start a litter. We lured her into a cage with some raw meat and then brought her back to the campsite. The trip was cut short and we all called her Canine Kathy the whole ride back. It turns out the wolves had bowel cancer.
Lies are now being released.
WHAT. Oh no, now everyone is gonna see my lies. Well, of course, I'm gonna choose private.
Private selected.
Okay, good. Now I'm gonna go to the group chat.
Harps Lovesia 234 joined the group chat.
Oh hey Harper.
Heath.
Wasp.
Hey Harper, why are your lies private?
Oh haha, I accidentally chose private.
Oh I'm okay. And wow Jake, how do you have so many?
Yeah, you're nearly at 1 million.
Long story.
In head. Oh shoot, I have 12 million.
Lol, anyway, wanna play da hood?
They all say sure. Come back for PD2.
So I used to know this girl who would constantly say things like, "Guys, sorry, I'm so ugly. I just ruined the whole group photo, I'm sorry." And then everyone would automatically comfort her and be like, "No, you're beautiful. You shine." And then she would be like, "No, but thank you." And she would do the same thing over and over again, trying to get everyone's attention. So eventually I got tired. So the next time she came to me saying, "I'm so ugly," I was like, "You know what? You are." She was like, "What'd you say?" And I was like, "Bitch, if you think you're ugly, I can crop you out of the photo. The fuck do you want me to tell you? I'm not the one who made you look like a woolly mammoth."
Parents, you know how when they're in the wrong, they make you feel like you're wrong and they get mad at you for it. On my parents' property in Brazil, we had a lot of fruit trees. So my mother, as a 55-year-old woman, made the executive decision that since there was no fruit on the bottom half of this tree, I'ma climb up this bitch. The tree she decides to climb is like 500 feet from the house, okay? All I hear is, "Ah!" Naturally, I ignore it because it's none of my business. I hear again, "Ah!" My mom waters the plants outside all the time and trips and falls, and she's like, "I'm okay." And she always screams. She's dramatic. Outside and check on her, and all I see is her legs. And I'm like, where's the rest of my mother? Is dangling on the tree, y'all. Legs dangling, hanging on by a mother yelling, "Panda, panda, First I run over there, but she fell before I could get there. Comes me and says, "How could you let this happen?" Like, I'm the bitch that made her climb the tree. Tells me to pick the rest of the fruit because it's my fault.
I was in class on Zoom. I wanted to go to sleep, honestly, because like when I'm tired, I go to sleep. I end up falling asleep and then class ends and everyone starts leaving the class. Except me, because I was like in a whole other universe at this point. I was dreaming, I was flying. At this point, me and the teacher are alone in the call. This is the best part! Then the teacher starts talking to me and he's like, "Samantha, wake up. Samantha, please. Samantha, you have another class." He woke me up, but I was half awake, so I didn't really know what was going on. So I thought it was my brother waking me up, and I straight up yelled. I was like, "Shut up, you fat booger." And so then I realized, oh shit, I just called my teacher a fat booger. And now he scheduled a parent conference.
Last night, I was lying in bed, and I realized something. You know when you hate your siblings? Yeah, we all do. And then you're like, "Oh, well, you're the adopted one." And you don't really mean it. It's kind of a joke. But, like, my brother's actually adopted. So, I'd be really mean if I went up to him and be like, "Oh, you're the adopted sibling."
Why is it whenever you just look kind of scruffy and you're going to your local shop, you're wearing like a baggy t-shirt, tracksuit bottoms that barely fit you anymore, and you haven't even brushed your hair? You kind of just look a mess, you know? And then you walk into your shop and then like half of your class is there. It's like, why? So you decide to go to another shop. Guess what? The mean girl's there. And then you see the office lady. "Please just go home and come back when I'm not there." I absolutely hate when you're like in English class or something and your teacher is just simply explaining your task to you. But then you decide to start a very loud conversation with your best friend. She notices you and your teacher gives you that look that really says no. She's like, oh wait. You both look at her like, I'm so sorry. Was my lesson interrupting your conversation? It's fine, guys, seriously, I'll wait. I'm like, thank you, sister, because I've still got to go through all the drama with my best friend. And last time I checked, you were teaching in our conversation.
This is a message from my mum, so if you're not her, please keep scrolling. I'm kidding. I know you're probably not gonna scroll, but oh well. Hi, Mum. How's it going? How's it hanging? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. You know the other day when you told me that I was addicted to my phone and that, oh, you need to get out more and stop going on TikTok so much. You're gonna get addicted. Well, don't think I don't see you with your Facebook and your Instagram, seeing what Sheila and Jim have been doing over the weekend. Don't think I don't see that. You know, when you come over to me and seeing like, oh, look at Sheila's little child. I don't care about Sheila's little child. But it's the same thing as me checking up on my favourite TikTokers. You haven't even seen Sheila in like 20 years. Okay, bye.
Trust me, or when you go to the pub, like, the second you get in there, your dad is like, oh, hello, Brian. Oh, hello, Samuel. Like, he knows everyone in that pub, yeah? Knows everyone in that pub. Even, like, the owner. And then, your little sister, or, like, your little cousin, whatever, your little demon child, is like, oh, but can I get something from the little machines with the little crappy toys in? And you're like, no, I haven't got any money. Ask your mom. Well, ask our mom. And then, like, the tables are so sticky. Like, do they not even wipe them? And they stink like beer as well. Yeah.
One day I was sitting on the bus with my grandma. I took her out for breakfast and we went shopping and whatnot. My grandma is deaf and she had her hearing aid off in the bus. While we were watching out the window, I think the big breakfast I ate tore up my stomach because I let out the most aggressive asshole tearing fart so big and powerful the bus window shattered and all 4 tires went flat. The fart was so violent it split my scrotum in half and it melted my grandma's hearing aid into the side of her head. It was so powerful the bus started swerving and the bus emergency alarm started going off. The girls on the bus started crying and calling the police, but my whole ripping fart wouldn't stop. It was going so strong that the bus steel started melting and the old couple sitting at the back of the bus died of a stroke. The bus was swerving like crazy because of my demonic weather-changing fart busting all the tires. The fart started bringing in rain clouds and we had a massive thunderstorm and the thunder started striking the bus every few seconds. I saw a few people jump out of the windows to escape my paranormal fart and they all were rolling on the side of the road and some of them got hit by passing cars. The bus ran out of fuel and it stopped in the middle of my thunderstorm diarrhea and it finally ended. Everyone turned and looked at me while sobbing and I said to my grandma, I can't believe you shit yourself. I apologized to everyone and said sorry, my grandma has bowel cancer. One day when I was packing my lunch, my grandpa asked me what I was eating, so I told him I was gonna eat a sandwich, apples and Takis. He asked what Takis were and I said they were spicy chips. He asked to try one, but my grandma told me that if I gave him a Taki I would regret it. I gave him one anyway. When he bit the Taki he jumped 65 feet in the air screaming. He was asking for milk and we gave him milk, but we forgot he was also lactose intolerant. While he was drinking the milk he ran out of the room and tripped on our pet pussy. He started farting and it sounded like we lived next to NASA when a rocket is about to launch. He let out the longest sloppy gloppy bloppy moppy noppy copy loppy floppy sloppy. When he fell I heard his back crackle mcfrackle tackle. His back cracked, the cat attacked, roaches get attract, he broke his back, his shit turned abstract, he fell on the floor and couldn't get up no more, he was very sore, he looked like a dead boar. The pussy went bonker yonker plonker knocker conkers. We rushed him to the hospital and found out he died from a ruptured ribcage and explosive diarrhea. We also found out he had lymphedema, type 1 diabetes and type 2 diabetes, bowel cancer, the bubonic plague, the coronavirus, the Spanish flu, tuberculosis, malaria, AIDS, shitworm, measles and polio. One time we had a show and tell. I brought some of my squishies because they were popular. Slime and squishies were both popular that year. I brought my rarest and most expensive squishies because I was dedicated to win the show and tell. The teacher said that whoever brought the best item, they would win something out of the prize box. These kids were bringing the most basic boring shit ever, like this one kid named Chattanooga who brought these ugly crusty ass rocks they said were found on the moon. I've seen that rock in my front yard, so shut the fuck up. This other kid brought their stained white Crocs. What the fuck is so special about those dusty ancient moldy off-brand athlete's foot dunkeroy monkey cock stain offensive Crocs? When they took their croc off their foot I could smell it from the back of the class. It smelled funky, dunkeroy, hunkeroy, crunky, chunky, smelly, New Delhi, pork belly. Then they called me and it was my time to shine. I took out each and every one of my squishies and people started to laugh. I grabbed my real Kuma squishy and all of my other ones and started yonky bonkying everyone. I knocked Smelly Kelly's front tooth out. I snatched Squash and Natasha's weave out her head and I ripped out Fat Pat's fake eyelashes. I was sent to detention and threw my extra squishies at the principal and the front desk lady. I was sent home and was expelled. I became sick and
When I was younger, I was in Walmart and I was eating a tube of Pringles and I ate them while my mom paid, but I forgot to let the guy scan them, so I walked out the Walmart and the alarm went off and I just started running because I got scared and my mom couldn't find me because I was hiding behind the newspaper things in the Walmart. People called the police because I was missing, and when I hear them show up I thought I was a criminal, so I left my mom a note on the newspaper that said I went to Mexico to start a new life and not come looking for me, and then I took off running with my Pringles and ran for like an hour, and then the cops saw me walking down the road so they pulled over, so I started running again, and then they were using the car intercom thing and they told me to stop running. So when I did, I thought they were gonna put me in handcuffs and take me to jail, so I was crying and I slapped the officer in the stomach and tried to run again, but he just held me back, and when he asked me what happened to me and I told him, he started crying because he was laughing so hard. And he just gave my mom $2 for the Pringles and he was still laughing when he left. And that's the time I was a wanted criminal.
Why is it whenever you just look kind of scruffy and you're going to your local shop, you're wearing like a baggy t-shirt, tracksuit bottoms that barely fit you anymore, and you haven't even brushed your hair? You kind of just look a mess, you know? And then you walk into your shop and then like half of your class is there. It's like, why? So you decide to go to another shop. Guess what? The mean girl's there. And then you see the office lady. Please just go home and come back when I'm not there.
Not funny for you to shut up! Don't tell me to shut up! Well, you left me on my platform and I actually hurt myself, and you're sitting there laughing, cracking up like, oh! You wrecked my car, now fix it! No, you didn't fix it yourself! You did it! No, you didn't fix it yourself, fatty! Don't call me that! I'll call you what I want! Okay, go away, brat! Thank you! Felicia! What the hell of a name is that? What the hell type of name is Patricia?
If you're having a bad day, I just thought it'd be nice for you to know that a girl who used to be in my class posted a thing to her story that was like, oh, like, honest opinions about me, please. And she responded to her own story and said, oh my gosh, you're the Heather. Queen Heather. You are the main character. You are so pretty and talented. This would have been fine if she didn't screenshot her own response and post it on her and post it to her story with her username still clearly attached. She was so in character. She was like, oh my god, you guys, stop. Like, why does everyone think I'm the Heather? I can't do this today.
When I was little, I found my mom's credit card. And, being a 6-year-old, I saw my mom putting the credit card on her phone, and I knew how she did it. So, I decided that I was going to put it on my phone. So, I put it on my phone, and I was downloading Roblox, because I thought, hey, I can play with my friends here. That day, I spent $2,000 worth of freaking money on Robux. Let's just say a lot of my friends thought I was really cool and rich. When my mom found out, I hid from her for seriously like a day, and then once I got in there, she wasn't mad. She just said I was Captain Robux.
Oh my god, I'm so bored. I overheard me friends talking about a game called Roblox. Oh, it's Roblox. I'm gonna download it. Oh my god, my avatar is so cute. Ooh, what's this game? Ragdoll? Let's play it.
ABC for a friend group.
ABC.
Okay, what are real names?
My name is Hannah.
Leah.
Jake.
Kenzie.
Cool, mine's Sam.
Guys, what game should we play?
Maybe.
Just stop talking, I'm adding my BF.
Unicorns 1 to 58 added Fortnite for 3528.
Oh, hi.
Death Leah, we didn't say yes.
Okay, so, just shut up, Bacon.
Okay, that's it, Leah. Stop acting so rude, or else we will kick you.
Oh my god, guys.
So you know when you're playing Roblox with your friends and they're like, oh, what game do you want to play? And you're like, oh, I don't mind, you pick. And they're like, oh no, I picked last night, you picked tonight. So you just pick a random game, let's use Murder Mystery, for example. And you're like, oh, let's play Murder Mystery. And then your friend's like, I don't like that game. Well, don't tell me to pick the game then! If you don't like the game that I want to play, don't ask me to pick the game in the first place if you're not gonna play the game I want to play. So then you suggest another game, like, oh, let's play Royal High. I don't like Royal High. No. If you want me to pick the game, you gotta be happy with the things that I tell you. You gotta be happy with the game that I pick. Because if you're just gonna say no to all the games that I pick, what's the point in asking me to pick? Chloe, I know you're probably gonna see this, and I know you're listening to this. I will come for you, and I will find you.
One day I decided to invite this kinda weird girl over to my house as no one ever wanted to hang out with her and I felt a little bit bad. I told her to meet me in this classroom after the last bell went for the end of the day. I walked all the way to the classroom and she wasn't there. I was really confused as that's where I told her to go. At this point I was bursting for a piss cause the old fat teacher named Pat didn't let me go during the lesson. I made the decision to go to the toilet and maybe she would be there when I got back. When I got to the toilet, there was someone in one of the cubicles having the biggest shit ever. It stunk of moldy eggs, clothing pegs, hairy legs, picture frame, really lame, my idol, touchy-feelio, bug-infested rat, ugly hat, wet dog, greasy fog, shiny spoon, the cow jumped over the moon, loud fan, white van, stinky feet, your outfit is neat, flying bird, donkey turd, deep sleep, big leap. Shit started to seep under the cubicle door. I screamed and jumped onto the sinks and asked who it was. It was Toenail Tabby, the girl who was meant to come round to my house. In that moment I was so glad she didn't do
দেখতে যতটা সুন্দর খেতে অতটা বেশি আমার ভালো লাগেনি এই বাট আই হোপ নেক্সট টাইম ভালো হবে আমার কাছে আসলে অবাক লেগেছে আপনি মাত্র 3টা ক্যানাপি নিয়ে এসেছেন মানে যেখানে আপনি দেখছেন 4 জন আর জাস্ট একটা ব্রেড দিয়ে আপনি এটা খুব সিম্পল একটা রেসিপির মধ্যে দিয়ে চলে গেছেন আর ব্রাউনি লাভা কোনোটাই নেই এর মধ্যে
এবারে চট্টগ্রামের উর্মি মাহবুব আপনার ফুড নিয়ে দ্রুত চলে আসুন
হ্যালো judges হ্যালো থ্যাংক ইউ আমি করেছি রেডিশ ক্যানাপি আর যেটা আমি ডেজার্টে করেছি ওটা হচ্ছে যে রেডিশ ব্রাউনি লাভা
মূলা কোথায় ভিতরে
আমি চিংড়িকে বাটারফ্লাই করে কেটে ওইখানের মাঝখানেও মূলা দিয়েছি তারপর আবার আমি যেটা এখানে ক্যানাপিসের জন্য যে মোসটা করেছি ওখানেও মূলা দিয়েছি আচ্ছা এটা কি সস এটা হচ্ছে যে জাস্ট মিল্ক পাউডার মেয়োনিজ আর একটু করে মাস্টার্ড সসকে মিক্স করে ওটা আমি প্লেটিংয়ের জন্য ইউজ করেছি
এটার নাম কি
এটা হচ্ছে চকলেট লাভা ব্রাউন
চকলেট
লাভা ব্রাউন
রাইট লাভা কোথায়
আসলে অনেক এখন হয়ে গিয়েছে এটা তো গরম গরম সার্ভ করতে হয় লাভাটা দেখা যাওয়ার জন্য আমি যেহেতু বানিয়েছি প্রায় আধা ঘন্টা 1 ঘন্টার উপরে হয়েছে দ্যাটস ওয়াই ওটা সোক করে নিয়েছে
এন্ড মূলা কোথায় দিয়েছেন এখানে মানে ব্লেন্ড
মূলাটা আমি মিঠা দিয়ে রান্না করে তারপরে এখানের সাথে ইউজ করেছি আমরা নরমালি মোলাসেস ইউজ করি যেটা অনেক বেশি থিক হয় তো আমি ওইটার মতো করতে চেয়েছিলাম আর কি
ক্যানাপিটা ইজ ভেরি অ্যাভারেজ আমার প্রথম আইডিয়াটা ভালো লেগেছিল যে শ্রিম্পের মাঝখানে মূলাটা দিয়ে দেওয়া ওখানে হাইড হয় মূলাটা বাট ভিতরে যখন দিয়ে দিয়েছেন ইট টেস্ট লাইক মূলা অ্যান্ড ইট হ্যাজ দ্য স্ট্রং ফ্লেভার অফ মূলা যেটা হাইড করার পারপাসটা ছিল প্রথম দিকেই রাইট মানে ইউ ওয়ান্টেড টু হাইড দ্য মূলা দিস এজ আই থিঙ্ক ক্যানাপি ইজ সামথিং ভেরি ইজি আরও ক্রিয়েটিভিটি লাগবে
সারপ্রাইজটা হয়নি আমার কাছে আসলে অবাক লেগেছে আপনি মাত্র 3টা ক্যানাপি নিয়ে এসেছেন মানে যেখানে আপনি দেখছেন 4 জন আর জাস্ট একটা ব্রেড দিয়ে আপনি এটা খুব সিম্পল একটা রেসিপির মধ্যে দিয়ে চলে গেছেন আর ব্রাউনি লাভা কোনোটাই নেই এর মধ্যে
তুমি যখন নিয়ে আসছিলে ওটা প্রেজেন্টেশনটা এত সুন্দর ভাবছিলাম যে খেতে না আরও কত মজা হবে কিন্তু দেখতে যতটা সুন্দর খেতে অতটা বেশি আমার ভালো লাগেনি এই বাট আই হোপ নেক্সট টাইম ভালো হবে
কস্টিংয়ে কিছু ঝামেলা আছে দ্য নাম্বারস আর নট রাইট আপনার রান্না শেষেই দেখেছি যে কিচেনটা ক্লিন ছিল না
একটা প্লেট মেবি কিচেনে ছিল
আচ্ছা আমরা নেক্সট টাইম থেকে আমি এটাকে সবার জন্য বলতেছি এই জিনিসটা অ্যাভয়েড করব রাইট প্লেটিং যখন রান্না শেষ হবে ওটার সাথে সাথে প্লেটিংও শেষ হয়ে যেতে হবে রাইট ঠিক আছে থ্যাংক ইউ
শারমিন কুমু নার্ভাস অনেক? জি ম্যাম, নার্ভাস হও না। তোমার খাবারের প্রেজেন্টেশন খুব সুন্দর, আমার খুবই ভালো লেগেছে। মানে মূলা দেয়া কমপ্লিটলি ডিফারেন্ট একটা সালাড আমি আমার লাইফে খেলাম, এটা খুবই ভালো।
এবারে জয়পুর হাটের কুমু, আপনার ফুড নিয়ে চলে আসুন।
আমি আজকে বানিয়েছি রেডিশ শ্রিম অ্যাভোকাডো ক্রিমা সালাড, আর একটা ডেজার্ট বানিয়েছি, সেটা হচ্ছে যে রেডিশ পাই।
আমি যখন আজকে আপনার স্টেশনে গিয়েছি, ইউ ওয়ার ভেরি নার্ভাস। আমার আপনার জন্য ভয় লাগছিল যে আপনি শেষ করতে পারবেন নাকি পারবেন না। ফ্রম দ্যাট টু প্রেজেন্টিং দিস, হ্যাটস অফ টু ইউ। দিস লুকস রিয়েলি নাইস। আই থিঙ্ক ইটস এ ভেরি স্মার্ট কনসেপ্ট। এটা সুন্দর হয়েছে। অ্যাবাউট দিস, আপনি যখন এরকম একটা ডিশ প্রেজেন্ট করবেন, ডিশটাকে এক্সপ্লেইন করতে হবে যে উপরে এটা ভাঙতে হয়, ব্রেক ইট অন টপ অফ দ্য পাই, এটা বলে দিবে।
শারমিন কুমু নার্ভাস অনেক? জি ম্যাম, নার্ভাস হও না। তোমার খাবারের প্রেজেন্টেশন খুব সুন্দর, আমার খুবই ভালো লেগেছে। এইটা খুবই মজা, মানে অন্যরকম, এবং এর আগে কখনো এই ধরনের আমার খাওয়া হয়নি। মূলার ফ্লেভারটাও আসলে বোঝা যাচ্ছে না, সো এটা খুবই ভালো লেগেছে আমার। আর ডেজার্ট যেটা, ওইটা আসলে নিচের পার্টটা অনেক হার্ড, মানে ওটা আসলে খাওয়া যাচ্ছে না, বাট উপরে যেটা আছে ওইটা ভালো। সো সব কিছু মিলিয়ে ফাইন। স্মাইল, থ্যাংক ইউ।
সালাদের যে আইডিয়াটা আপনি করেছেন, এটা খুবই ইনোভেটিভ, নিউ, অ্যান্ড অ্যাভোকাডো, তার মধ্যে হচ্ছে আপনার শ্রিম, কি এটার সাথে যায় অ্যাকচুয়ালি, তার মধ্যে মানে মূলা দেয়া কমপ্লিটলি ডিফারেন্ট একটা সালাড আমি আমার লাইফে খেলাম, এটা খুবই ভালো। এই সালাদের বাইরে আমি মানে আপনার যদি ডেজার্টটা নিয়ে বলি, একদম অপোজিট। আপনি নিজেই বুঝতে পারছেন যে সাইডটা অনেক বেশি হার্ড হয়ে গেছে, তো এটা পারফেক্টলি হয়নি। থ্যাংক ইউ।
সবাই একটার প্রশংসা করেছে, আমারও ভালো লেগেছে, বাট আরেকটা একেবারেই হয়নি। তুমি পাই শেলটা করতেই পারোনি।
কস্টিংয়ে ভুল আছে কুমু। Shrimp and avocado. There is no way this is 10 টাকার avocado. Anyway, it's not your day. What you can do is hope যে বাকিদের স্কোর কম হয় to save you today. Because at this platform, at this stage, this is not what can get you to the next round. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. ডেজার্টটা দেখতে ভালো লাগছে এবং খেতে বেশ মজা।
তারপরে যে আমরা সব ভাগযোগ করে খেলাম, এর ভিতরে একটা আন্তরিকতা থাকে।
শুরু করব ঢাকার প্রতিযোগী দিবাকে দিয়ে। দিবা, আমি জানি আমরা সবাই দেখেছি আপনার একটা ফুড একটু পুড়ে গিয়েছিল এবং এই 1 ঘন্টা সময়ের মধ্যে আপনি আবার নতুন করে তৈরি করেছেন। সো এবারে আপনার ফুড নিয়ে চলে আসুন।
আজকে আমি বানিয়েছি হচ্ছে গ্রিল চিকেন স্টাফ বিটরুট, আর সাথে আছে হচ্ছে যে চকলেট স্পেয়ার দিয়ে বিটরুট স্টাফ মুভ।
Food is of course about taste, but food is also art, and food is also storytelling. I love what you did here. ডেজার্টে প্লেটিংটা সুন্দর লাগছে, 3টে দাওতে ভালো লাগছে, বাট প্রবলেম ইজ আপনি তো দেখেছিলেন যে জাজ 15 মিনিটস আগে ঢুকে গিয়েছে, সো আরেকটা আপনি অন দ্য সাইড নিয়ে আসতে পারতেন।
আসলে সময় স্বল্পতার কারণে আমার আসলে প্রত্যেকটা জিনিস আমি খুব পরিমাণ মতো করেছিলাম দেখে সময় স্বল্পতার কারণে এটা আমার জন্য হয়ে ওঠেনি।
রিজিকের মালিক আল্লাহ, 3টা হোক 4টা হোক 2টা হোক, ঘরটা বুঝতে পেরেছি, আমার তো আসার কথা ছিল না। তারপরে যে আমরা সব ভাগযোগ করে খেলাম, এর ভিতরে একটা আন্তরিকতা থাকে, এটাই ছিল।
ডেজার্টটা দেখতে ভালো লাগছে এবং খেতে বেশ মজা, দেখতেও ভালো খেতেও মজা। সো ডেজার্টটা 10 on 10, বাট চিকেনের জায়গাটা একটু ঝামেলা হয়েছে। দেখতে খুবই ড্রাই লাগছে, একটা চিকেন দেখতে উপর থেকে খুবই ড্রাই, ভেতরের স্টাফিংটা সহ যখন আমি মুখে দিচ্ছি দেন ইট ফিলস গুড, বাট দেখতে তো ভালো লাগতে হবে।
কেমন লাগছিল বিটরুট আজকে রান্না করতে হবে?
প্রথমত ভালোই লাগছিল, বাট একটু আজকে মানে প্যানিক হয়ে গিয়েছিলাম, যার কারণে হচ্ছে যে পুড়ে গিয়েছিল। বাট আমি
ঝামেলা হয়েছে।
আবার নিজেকে মেন্টালি সেট আপ করে আমি এটাকে আবার বানানোর চেষ্টা করি।
খুব ভালো।
থ্যাংক ইউ ম্যাম।
আসলে এরকম হয়, কাজ করতে গেলে আসবেই, আবার সেটা ঘুরে দাঁড়ানোটা সবচেয়ে বড় জিনিস। আমি মনে করি ওইটাই বেস্ট ছিল। আর ডিশের কথা ম্যাম বলেছে যেটা, আমিও সেটা বলবো। আমার কাছে খেতে ভালোই লেগেছে, তবে উপরে একটা সস দিলে আরো ভালো লাগলো খেতে, বাট আদারওয়াইজ ভালো। আর ডেজার্টটা বেশ ভালো।
থ্যাংক ইউ ম্যাম।
গুড ট্রাই ছিল, থ্যাংক ইউ।
টেস্ট ওয়াইজ অনেক মজা, সেম প্রবলেম, প্লেটিংটা লুকস ভেরি প্ল্যান। আমি এটা নিয়ে বলবো দিস কুড হ্যাভ বিন দ্য মোস্ট পারফেক্ট ডেজার্ট, বাট টাইম ওয়াজন্ট উইথ ইউ টুডে। সো টেকনিক্যালি অনেক ধরনের মিস্টেক হয়েছে, প্রথমে যেগুলো বললাম সেগুলো, প্লাস আনাদার থিং আপনার সুগারটা গলে নাই। বিটরুটটা কি সুগার দিয়ে কোট করা, রাইট? সো ওই সুগারটা গলে নাই, ওই সুগারটা দাঁতে লাগছে, বোঝা যাচ্ছে যে ইটস সাপোজ টু বি একদম মিশে যাওয়ার কথা, রাইট?
মেবি ফ্রিজিং এর কারণে ক্রিস্টালাইজ হয়ে গিয়েছে।
রুম টেম্পারেচার সে তো তাহলে এটা আবার মেল্ট ডাউন করবে, রাইট? বাট হচ্ছে না, লাইক সুগারটা ফিল করা যাচ্ছে, রাইট? আদার দেন দ্যাট আই লাভ দ্য টেস্ট, আই লাভ দ্য ইউসেজ অফ বিটরুট, অ্যান্ড প্লেটিংটা অনেস্টলি আই ফেল্ট ইট ওয়াজ নাইস। কস্টিংও ঠিক আছে আপনার।
যখন আমি একটু কাজ করছিলাম নিচে দিকে, তখন দেখলাম যে না উনি পিছন থেকে এসে দাঁড়ালো, কারণ আমি অনেক শকড হয়ে যায় উনি চলে আসছে। তবে একটু টেনশনে পড়ে যায়, কারণ আমি এতটাই বিশ্বাস করেছি যে উনি আসবে না, যে আমি 3 জন জাজেসের জন্য খাবার অলরেডি মেক করার অন দ্য ওয়েতে ছিলাম। তো তারপর উনি এটা অ্যাপ্রিসিয়েট করেছে, জাজেসরা এটা অ্যাপ্রিসিয়েট করেছে যে আমি 3টা স্ফিয়ার সার্ভ করেছি চকলেটের।
কি এটা?
আমি করেছি ভিতর দিয়ে কাবাব আর হচ্ছে একটা হালুয়া করেছি।
মিষ্টি ঠিকঠাক আছে?
হ্যাঁ, আমি চেষ্টা করছি আপনাকে মিষ্টি মুখ করার জন্য।
কি রান্না হচ্ছে?
বিটরুটের লাড্ডু আর সাথে আছে আমার বিটরুটের মোমো।
কি অবস্থা ভাই? আপা আসসালামু আলাইকুম।
I am really worried দিবার জন্য। ও একটা নষ্ট হয়ে গেছে।
একটা কোন
নষ্ট হয়ে গেছে, ফুল বুঝতে পারেন, ফুল পুড়ে গেছে।
ডেজার্ট।
অ্যান্ড আমি যখন ওকে জিজ্ঞেস করছি দুটো হবে তো, দুটাই মনে হয় সে। তামান্নারটা আমার কাছে অনেক ইন্টারেস্টিং মনে হয়েছে। তামান্না একটা তিবেতে স্যুপ করতেছে বিটরুট দিয়ে, ক্যারট দিয়ে হয় ইউজুয়ালি, ওটাকে বিটরুট দিয়ে করতেছে।
ভালো তো।
হ্যাঁ, ভেরি নাইস অল্টারনেটিভ। দিনা করতেছে একটা ডাম্পলিং, সুন্দর।
পার্টিসিপেন্টস, আর মাত্র 15 মিনিট বাকি আছে। এই 15 মিনিটের মধ্যে আপনাদের কুকিং কমপ্লিট করতে হবে, এরপর প্লেটিং, কস্টিং এবং কিচেন ক্লিনিং। প্লিজ হারি আপ।
কি অবস্থা? কি রান্না হচ্ছে?
বিটরুটের লাড্ডু আর সাথে আছে আমার বিটরুটের মোমো।
ওকে, থ্যাংক ইউ। হ্যালো, কি ভয় লাগছে না? এটা কি?
এটা হচ্ছে একটা সালাদ, সেটা হচ্ছে চিজ আর বিভিন্ন রকম ভেজিটেবল দিয়ে। এটা হচ্ছে যে আমাদের বিটরুটের যে মানে একটা ব্যাড একটা ফ্লেভার থাকে, এটা আমি হচ্ছে স্ট্রং ফ্লেভারটা খুব ভালো করে বয়েল করে ভিনেগার দিয়ে তৈরি করে দিই।
বেস্ট অফ লাক।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
কি অবস্থা ভাই? কি এটা?
আমি করেছি ভিতর দিয়ে কাবাব আর হচ্ছে একটা হালুয়া করেছি।
মিষ্টি ঠিকঠাক আছে?
হ্যাঁ আমি চেষ্টা করছি আপনাকে মিষ্টিমুখ করার জন্য।
ঠিক আছে,
থ্যাংক ইউ।
ওকে, আসসালামু আলাইকুম।
আরে বাহ,
আসসালামু আলাইকুম। কি অবস্থা ভাই? আপা আসসালামু আলাইকুম।
কেমন লাগলো এই তিনজনকে দেখে?
প্রথমে যখন ঢুকি তখন আমার ভিতরে একটা ভয় ভয় করছিল এবং আমি এদের কথা চিন্তা করছিলাম, এদের না জানি কতটা ভয় করছে। হ্যাঁ,
ফাইনালি আমরা আমাদের আজকের অতিথি বিচারককে পেয়ে গেলাম, খুবই ভালো লাগছে। প্রোডাকশন, একটা চেয়ার লাগবে মঞ্চে।
না চেয়ার লাগবে না, অনেক দূর থেকে এসেছি, অনেকক্ষণ গাড়িতে বসেছিলাম, কোনো অসুবিধা নেই। ওরা বসুক, তোমরা বসো।
না আমরা দাঁড়িয়ে আছি, আপনি চাইলে দেখে আসতে পারেন।